No, she's gonna be in the drawer.
Hey,
What's up?
is Monty in here? Oh. I was just gonna take a picture of you guys.
Woo woo.
Okay. Get in. Okay, Andrew, you have my camera too. Make sure you take some video, and just kind of everybody working, like I get the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
And
Settle down, Andrew. Relax. he's,
you know,
he's all over.
here's my son.
Oh, well, there you go. Says everything. Thanks, Andrew. Never mind, Andrew. Just scratch. That's why he went like this. You talked and he went, oh.
Exactly. Okay. Smile.
Are you related to anyone too?
No, it's
No,
the
I'm
roommate.
good.
No.
You're a roommate? What about you? Where's everybody from? What are we doing? What's your name?
Steven.
Steve? Matt? Andrew? Still Andrew? Even after mom left, we're Andrew? All right. And you're just going to be called Brazil because that's all I know for now.
Venezuela.
Venezuela. See, I even messed that up. I will mess up your name every time. I think I'll remember Matt. That's probably it.
Are you from 3 minutes?
3 minutes.
Uh-oh, we have the Venezuela connection?
Oh,
No, Matt, you're left out now. Sorry, buddy. Don't forget the behind the scenes stuff. Don't forget the code.
Oh, I got it.
All right. So where are all the camera ops from? Where are you from?
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico?
And you.
Did you study this newfangled technology?
So,
Did you study this?
yeah, I'm in school for it right now.
Where at?
We're in Burlington County.
Rome, okay. What about you, Miss Venezuela? Did you study all this fancy stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, where at?
Brookdale Community College.
Okay. Brookdale. Who do I know? Brookdale. Trying to figure. Okay. And you want to be in TV too?
Yeah, kind of. I do music stuff too.
Do you? What do you play?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Oh, I'm just like an audio engineer.
Oh, you're an audio engineer.
Yeah, I don't actually make the music.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
we
You're the, you're,
2
you're,
minutes.
We all play on for it.
thank you. I was in a band, so I don't like your kind. It's not your fault, though.
I can see that.
It's not your fault. No, I remember we played a place in Philly, and there was a brick wall right against.
Yeah.
So the slap back.
Oh my God.
I never understood how important a good sound engineer is until you get into a room where you go, oh my God. Yeah.
Sound is just, everywhere.
No, sound's the most important. Beyond a shadow of doubt. In film, in music, in everything, sound
Welcome to the live show of the GAB. And this month, it is December. We are right here in our new set. I am Gabby Johnson.
I'm Joseph Halsey.
And we are missing Melissa Tenzer, who needed to stay home and actually is feeling a little bit under the weather. But
if anything goes wrong today, so you know it would be Melissa Tenzer's fault. Even though we wish her a very speedy recovery, we hope she feels well. We love our new set, new crew, new everything. So we're going to have a fun show. And again, if anything looks a little off, please message Melissa Tenzer on Facebook.
That's right. Absolutely. So stick till the end of the show, because actually we will give you some tip of wellness about how to work during this season and helping you to build up your immune system, as well as having fun little food and things like that throughout the show. It's amazing.
Yeah, we have some really, really great guests. We have Jamie Driver. You want to tell us about
Yes, Jamie Driver. So Jamie Driver, aka the Red Queen Driver. She is a former high school athlete from Hopewell Valley High School, and she is known as the woman professional.
Yeah, she's in bare knuckle boxing right now.
Bare knuckle.
No gloves. That's
gloves.
Some harsh stuff. We also have Under the Moon Catering, some very exciting stuff to taste and how we're going to dress our tables for the holidays. So we're really, really excited about this show today.
That is right. It's December, time to celebrate.
Yes, we have Christmas coming. I'm very excited about Christmas. Who else do we have? Okay, so we have it. Are we going to be bringing Jamie in anytime soon? Do we have a clip for Jamie? I think we have.
First, fighting out of the blue corner. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in at 156.5 pounds. She holds an undefeated bare knuckle record of 1 win, 0 losses, and she fights out of Boca Raton, Florida, USA, Jamie, the Red Queen Driver.
In these 5-round battles, 2-minute rounds for the women. This is the first ever professional bare knuckle battle in England, featuring 2 very tough females, both with red hair.
Decision, Jamie, the Red Queen Driver.
Judge Page had a 4-1 dryling, and then Judge Page should probably never judge another fight again in their life.
Well. Hello, Jamie. That was amazing. Welcome to the show. We're so excited to have you. Talk to us about, let's start right off with how you got involved with bare knuckle boxing.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here and talk with you guys. But I've been an athlete my whole life. High school, I was a 3-sport athlete. I started MMA when I was 19 in a gym in Philly, and it led me on a now 11-year path of fighting. And a year ago, I started training just strictly boxing, and now I'm here in bare knuckle boxing.
That is awesome, Jamie. You know, watching your video, I had goosebumps going all over because your passion really came through. And it was an important moment for you at that moment because you're very near to your father, and he had been going through some illness. So how, as a sport lady, are you able to face challenges such as?
You know, it was very tough. Right before this fight, my dad was diagnosed with cancer. And, you know, my dad and my mom are my role models in life. I look up to them. And, you know, to have such a big event happen right before I get into fight camp and have to go fight someone and try and win was very tough for me. But just focusing on the task at hand and, you know, knowing I had a job to do was, you know, I just know that was my main focus. And I know that, you know, my dad comes to all my fights, and unfortunately this big event he couldn't make due to his illness, but I knew he was there in spirit, and that's what got me through.
That's amazing. So you are now a local celebrity. Tell us where you're from and where you went to high school and your connection to the area, please.
So I grew up in a small town called Pennington, New Jersey, and I went to high school at Hopewell Valley High.
Yes, that's awesome. So I want to really educate our audience on bare knuckle boxing. I think, because it is new in the combat sports arena. We have kickboxing, we have mixed martial arts, but bare knuckle boxing is really making a surge and is coming on really strong. And then I noticed also educate us on the ring. The ring is very unique. It's very different than a traditional MMA ring or a traditional boxing ring.
Yeah, so the promotion I fight for, BYB, they have what's called a trigon. So you see it's a small triangle. It's the smallest cage ring I've ever fought in, and it's pretty much you fight toe to toe, and it's really awesome.
No, it's fantastic. And I noticed, I did my homework, and you fight behind your jab a lot. Who taught you that?
My first coach down here in Florida, Mo Lawal, was the one that got me to stick and move and use my jab and to utilize that the most.
So, Jamie, what I'm interested is to know why bare knuckle fighting.
You ask why, I ask why not. But, I fought in MMA before. I've also fought in kickboxing and Muay Thai. And it's just one more type of martial art to add to my arsenal in fighting.
And now, of course, we see that you have an injury into your hand. What does this mean for the future?
I unfortunately broke my hand in my last fight in October in London. They had to pin it back together. I actually get the pins removed next week. It's a little bit of a longer recovery time this time, but I'll be back first of the year in 2023. And hopefully by March, April, May, I'll be back in the trigon.
That's great. So let me ask you, 20 years ago, nobody would have anticipated MMA being what it is today. How do you see the future of bare knuckle boxing, and how do you see your future? Where do you see your future going?
I truly believe the future of bare knuckle boxing is going to be just as big or even bigger than MMA. Just like you said, MMA, especially for women, wasn't really supposed to be a thing, but now look at it. And then now bare knuckle boxing, and I'm a part of it. And I know for a fact in my heart, I'm going to be a champion and definitely, hopefully inspire more women to get involved.
Now, of course, when your parents learn about you going for boxing, what did they think?
That I was crazy. But they are fully supportive. They always knew that I was an athlete and I was, tougher. I was a tough kid. So they kind of weren't surprised, and they always supported me through anything I chose to do.
And on the same line of question, how did your friends support you to reach your goal?
All my friends were super, super supportive. A lot of my friends are also fighters. So, we all train together and, we all just support each other like one big happy family.
So any thoughts at all ever about going back to MMA, or you're strictly going to stay with bare knuckle boxing? Any thoughts of going into traditional boxing?
For right now, I'm sticking with bare knuckle. My main goal, plan, and dream is to be the champion here. Hey, if the money's right, I have no problem going back to MMA, but I strictly love striking and boxing. I definitely have hopes and goals and dreams of moving into the professional gloved boxing. So that's definitely something to look for in the future.
Now, of course, you're an inspiration for all female and women out there that would like to perhaps follow up with your steps. What is the word of inspiration you would like to share with them today?
I mean, hey, just follow your dreams. Don't let anybody, persuade you and tell you you can't do it. Work hard, put the work in, and you can do anything you put your mind to.
Well, that's fantastic. I mean, this is really exciting. Do you get back home at all, or do you mostly stay in Florida?
I get back home a lot. I was just there for Thanksgiving, and in another couple of weeks, I'll be there for Christmas. I'm obsessed, and I love my family. I can't get away from them. Fantastic.
Walk us through your training. When you're not injured, of course. Walk us through your training, because I think a lot of people who don't understand what it takes to be a combat sports artist, really, they don't really you actually go through on a daily basis?
When I'm in training camp, I'm training anywhere from 2 to 3 times a day. In the morning, I'll have a, hour and a half skill session, take a break in the afternoon and either strength and conditioning in the afternoon and a run or just a run or another skills training session. Then the next day I have sparring, 5 to 8 rounds, and then, another skill session later that day. So it's a lot, but it's great.
And when you work so intensively in training, what do you do for your mind to stay centered?
For my mind, what I've been doing a lot recently is I am really into meditating and yoga. That's what helps me, keep my mind and my body calm and helps me reset and focus.
Keep going. That's your area. of
I
expertise.
know.
Yoga. Come on, get in there.
If my son is listening, listen well. Because I truly believe that this is something that can help any high performance athlete out there. But tell us about, how do you deal with the level of pain? Because of course you train, your body is breaking down, you need to rebuild, and then you go to a fight. And how do you deal with that pain?
Well, nutrition is key, in any type of athlete and just in life in general. So keeping a really good nutritious diet really helps with, rebuilding, the muscles and the fibers that I'm breaking down on the daily in training. And you know what, you'll hear a lot of athletes, we're hurting a little bit here and there, but you just kind of suck it up and you just push through the pain.
Yeah, because most of your injuries actually happen during training camp, correct? When you're actually in camp, that's when most injuries occur, correct?
Yeah, you're really breaking your body down tremendously in camp. So your body's going to be a little bit more sore. Unfortunately, injuries do happen in camp, some major, some minor. And, you just have to eat good and especially rest. Sleep is major in recovery.
So it was a question from our producer, April Sade, and she was interested to know if your category and your weight for the sport that you are doing has an influence to either stay where you are or moving forward.
I plan on staying where I am at my weight class at 145. This is probably the best weight for me possible.
How much do you usually cut pre-fight? How much?
Anywhere from 10 to 12 pounds is usually about how much I cut.
Manageable. That's very manageable. I'm actually hoping that mixed martial arts actually starts to get away from that dangerous cut that a lot of athletes do.
Are you in martial arts?
I wouldn't say that. No. No, I can't compete in martial arts. I'm old. Tell her, Jamie, this is a young person's sport. This is what you do when you're young.
I'm 32 and I plan on doing this until, if I can do it into my 40s, I absolutely will. So young, old, you can do it.
40s, right?
Why not?
No, let's see. I think it's very impressive. I think it's a very it's very much a sport of challenge. You always have to constantly challenge yourself. It's a very respectable sport because what people don't see is outside of that 5 minutes that, the 5 rounds that you're fighting, is that there's a lot of training going on. What are you working on now as far as, where's your weakness in the ring? What are you working on? What are you trying to perfect next?
I know, I can't tell them. No. Honestly.
Because you'll have it perfected.
My 2 major weaknesses, I'll be honest, one, cardio. And unfortunately, due to my injury right now, I can't really train as much or really at all at this moment. So as soon as I'm recovered, cardio is going to be my number 1 main thing. But a lot of people, the physical aspect of fighting, it's tough, but the biggest is your mind. And that's one thing, my last camp was actually very tough for me mentally with a lot of my own personal life issues going on top of trying to be in camp and prepare for a fight. So I've been working on, making my mindset stronger. So when I get back to training, nothing will be able to shake me.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. It's funny that I see that people that are in sports like you, they are driven, they are focused, they are goal-oriented, and no matter what, even with an injury, you always find a way to, train your body, train your mind, and I think that is very important. In the beginning, did you really like to do training? Because I know some athletes, they like the sports, but they don't really like to train.
It was a mix of two. In the beginning, I loved to spar and I loved conditioning, lifting, I should say, because the conditioning part I hated drilling. I couldn't stand it. I didn't want to come to practice all the time. But it showed in my MMA career. And now knowing, with the discipline and constantly training, it now shows in my career and my position now. So, yeah.
Are you concerned about any long-term damage? The one issue with that's always been brought up about bare knuckle is the cuts. A lot of cuts happen, especially to the brows and to the face. Are you? Is there anything that you do about that? Is there any concern about that?
To be honest, I actually have no concern at all. I mean, long-term, yes, I am concerned. It is scary to hear about CTE and things like that quite a few fighters and other professional, the NFL players that they deal with, head-on collisions, stuff like that. It is a concern, but at the end of the day, this is my love and my passion. And just like anything else you do in life, there's always a risk, but there's a reward. So
that is true, absolutely. It's like we always concern, especially in boxing, and the longevity of your life in boxing when you are getting those punches, what is the long-term effect into the body and the mind. But prior you go on the ring, what is your one thing that, we all have one little thing we do before we go on stage?
Ooh, one thing I do, I mean, honestly, I just put my music playlist that I created before camp on. And, I actually go in the bathroom, I look myself in the mirror, and I just remind myself who I am. I smile, and I just get ready to go have some fun.
Yes, absolutely. Have some fun. That's important. What is the vibe into the locker room with the other sport lady that are boxing?
And I mean, in the back, it depends. Sometimes you have a locker room to yourself. Sometimes you don't. Most of the times you don't. But the energy is live. You feel everybody else's energy in the back, and it really helps you get ready to fight. But sometimes you can feel the nervous energy in the back, and you have to learn how to separate yourself from that. But I love it in the back. For me, I start out dancing, and then the closer the fight gets, then I kind of switch my playlist. I put there's one song that the last two fight camps I play for an hour straight before the fight comes on, and I'm ready to go.
Have to tell us the song.
Well,
leave us hanging.
So it was funny. My first bare knuckle fight in May, it was the night before, and I was on YouTube watching, Kobe Bryant and Mike Tyson motivational, inspirational videos. And Kobe Bryant said that he puts on the Michael Myers theme song and he listens to that. And I was like, that's the craziest thing ever. I was like, let me put it on, because I love Michael Myers. I love all the Halloween movies. Well, I put it on and I completely understood why he played that over and over again. And that's the song I play now.
Way, that is so amazing. That's fun. I mean, it's instrumental.
Can you sing it?
No, you can't sing an instrumental.
Okay.
Gabby.
I need to listen to it afterwards. Sorry, I don't know the song.
That's cool. So, all right. So, and you loop that and just go and go and go. I don't want to, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, please inform anyone who wants to get into combat sports what a challenge it is and how much you actually do sacrifice. Because what people don't understand is, even though you step in the ring, the money is not there right away. It's a lot of work, a lot of training, and not a lot of money, and a lot of sacrifice. Can you walk us through that and educate anyone who's a little younger, specifically young women, on the struggles that you go through?
It's a lot. It takes a lot of time away from your personal life. You know, a lot of my friends are married, have kids, you know, have full-time careers, are able to spend time with their family. And with being a fighter, fight life, you sacrifice everything. You sacrifice birthday parties, what diet, you can't eat cake, you can't, you know, going out. You know, you're up at 5, 6 in the morning for camp. You're in bed by 8, 9 p.m. You're not hanging out with your friends or your family. You know, you're in the gym. You're tired. You don't want to do it, but guess what? You go still do it anyway. It's a lot. It takes a lot of your time away from a lot of how I call them normal everyday life things. But it's worth it, and you just have to remind yourself that it is.
So do you feel like you are missing a portion of your life because you are trading that portion, or would you be catching up with that portion that you have not lived like everybody else?
There's moments that I do. You know, I'm 32 years old, so sometimes I think, well, if I wasn't doing this, I'd have obviously I'd have a fully different career. I'd probably be married with kids. I'd still be living in New Jersey with my family and my friends. But then I remind myself that this career, fighting, this is what I love to do. So the times where I say, oh, you know, I kind of miss having a normal life, you know, being able to go out to dinner all the time or hang out with friends and do certain things. But I chose this lifestyle, and, you know, you have to make the sacrifices that you have, you know, if this is what you want to do. And to me, it's worth it. At the end of the day, through the ups and the downs, it's worth it.
So during the holiday season, talking about food, what is your favorite food?
Oh goodness, everything. But I'd have to say my favorite food is my mom and my grandmother's cooking.
Can't beat that.
No,
What
you
do they
can't.
cook?
Yeah, what?
Everything.
Right thing. So I have to ask you about this this nickname,
Oh, nickname.
your fight name.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Red Queen Driver. Where did Red Queen come from? Is it the hair, or was Red Queen and then you brought the hair in? Because it could be either or.
So it's because of the red hair. I've had red hair for, I think, 8, 9 years now. I've had other fight names in the past, but for the last few years, people have always called me the Red Queen, and it was just kind of funny. And I was like, you know what? Like, this is the name that sticks. I am, you know, the red hair, and I am a queen. So I might as well be the Red Queen.
I like it. Go on.
And you know, we women, we know how hard it is to have those kind of red hair. That's for sure. It's a lot of maintenance.
Yes.
Great. So what do you do when you're not training? Like right now, you can't train because of your injury, and you don't have any fights scheduled at the moment. What does a day in the life of yours look like, Jess?
So right now, I'm working full time, managing a chiropractic office down in Florida. And other than that, you know, I live a few blocks away from the beach. So I take long walks to and on the beach, and I do a lot of yoga and stretching and watch a lot of boxing film. That's kind of my main thing right now, is just studying, you know, other boxers from the past to current right now.
Favorite boxer that you've watched?
There's not just one. There's so many. I mean, you have
To emulate.
guys from Canelo, Roy Jones Jr., you know, to now, you know, Michaela Mayer, Alicia Baumgardner, Clarissa Shields. I mean, I have a whole list of fighters I watch.
And so when you pick up those tricks, do you try to implement it into your own practice?
I do. Yeah. You know, when I watch certain fighters and, you know, there's things I like, I always try and add it into my training regimen, because, you know, they always told me drillers are killers. So the more you drill, you know, the more it's going to come naturally to you. So I always add it in.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Jamie, for joining us. We wish you were here so we can give you a big hug, and happy holiday.
Jamie, thank you so much for the education in bare knuckle boxing. I can't wait to see that championship belt around your waist. Let us know if you're fighting anywhere local up here near New Jersey. We'll be sure to show up.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for having me. It was an honor talking to you guys and being here today. Happy holidays. And yes, the belt, when I get the belt, I'll definitely be in New Jersey to let you guys know about.
Woo.
All right, guys. Well,
Yes.
looks like we'll be coming back. What do we have when we come back?
I think it's food.
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 All kinds of good
Under the Moon
stuff.
Catering has brought in some amazing looking food, and I can't wait to eat because I'm
Okay.
starving.
That's right. But it's not only about food, but it's also about decoration.
See, I'm not the decorator.
Oh,
I'm not good with decorations.
Okay, well-
I need that female touch to help me with the decoration.
okay, we have plenty.
Okay, good.
All right.
Good. What kind of decorations do we have
Well,
today?
we'll see.
Okay, and then later on we'll have aromatherapy, right?
And that's right.
What do we
We
know
are
about
going to talk
aromatherapy?
about what is scent marketing.
Scent marketing.
Uh-huh.
Now we're getting into my area that I don't really know. Can we go back to MMA talking, please?
Absolutely. Do you want to get out and fight?
Yeah, no.
All right.
No.
This holiday season, no matter where you go or what you do, remember the importance of thinking local first. Our small businesses in our community depend on you to spend your holiday dollars locally.
Welcome back to the GAB Show of New Jersey. It was an amazing moment with our guests.
Oh, badass. What a
Badass.
tough young lady. I love that.
But now we are entering right away with some food and decoration. We have Luz here. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. How are you guys?
and you are from Under the Moon.
Yes, I come from Under the Moon. I'm the head of Catering and events there, so we are getting ready for the holidays. I'm here to give you some tips today.
Awesome. And I heard that you did a video with our producer,
We
April
did.
said.
We have so much fun that day. Yes.
That's right. And this is what we're going to be watching.
So we have different kind of setup for the holidays, and what we did is bringing some ideas for you guys. So you can have like different kind of presentations, and bring some bright happiness, welcome your family. Besides good food, you have to have a very nice presentation. That is what we do for events, and we love doing that. So we did a formal setup and a basic setup, so you guys can have two options. If you don't want to work so hard, you say that you are not like so into, let's say that you don't want to have a huge presentation, but you still want your guests to be happy and see, wow, they put a lot of effort in this. We feel welcome. We see the effort. So we did two different kind of setup for a formal table and a basic table, and that's what we want to show you today.
Well, see, that's for me. The one that's, because every time, as a guy, when I hear we have to hang Christmas ornaments and decorations, I feel like all I think about is taking them down.
Yes.
So I want the basic package. Just make it look good, but make sure that we can take it down. Ooh,
100%.
look at that.
That's not basic.
That's
this
not basic.
is not basic
No,
because
not
under the moon, we really are not basic at all. But we really want to be able to show to everybody that we are capable to do a very nice setup, right? So we have here what we call a formal setup. This is what you're gonna find in a very high-end banquet hall. And when it's an important celebration, we like doing things like that for a very nice Christmas party. This is the decoration that we did. This is a full formal setup with charger, dinner plate, salad plates, a folding napkin. Very nice quality of silverware, glassware plates. And then we actually play with some decoration that we had at home. We didn't have to buy a lot of things. We had different, some decorations that we used last year. And we just put a little of, lights, candles, ornaments that we had. And that also means that we don't have to spend a lot of money to make a beautiful table, and having a really nice dinner and a good time with your family and friends.
That's right. So how do you really? Obviously, the client comes to you, and they say, "I have this event, or I'm going to be doing this." And do you have like a portfolio you're going through, and they go, "I want this, I want this, I want that." How does it work?
So nowadays, social media helps a lot, but I think when the client comes to you, they have a really clear idea of what they want. Some of them want something basic, they just want to have, and they will tell you that. I really want a lot of food, delicious food. I want my family to say, oh my God, I'm so full, but the food, I don't know what to eat. Everything is so good and I want to keep eating, right? Then we have people like me, indeed we like food, but I really need to have a very nice presentation. My house is a small house, but basically when we have celebrations, I fill it up with 2, 3, 4 tables for 6 people, and they are for real. And yeah, for real. And we are doing this for you because we work in this business, and I really love what I do, right? So we work in this business, but I also feel like we have to do it by yourself. It's like when you get ready, you don't have to get ready only to go to a TV show or to go a party. Every day when you wake up and see yourself, you know what? I'm getting ready for myself. So I do the same.
I love that.
For my clients and for my family and also for me, for myself.
Fantastic.
And you have a culinary, you have different level of culinary degrees?
Yes.
Very important too.
Yes, so it's so funny because I started when I was super young. I started in summer camps. I took care, of kids. Then I went to this kind of golf clubs, pool parties, and I didn't know because I was studying to be a lawyer. I'm actually a lawyer. I have 2 masters. And I stopped this event planning for a long time, and it felt like something was missing in my life, right? Because I was so involved since I was young. And then moving to the States, I had two options. I could keep studying to be a lawyer, but I realized this is not fulfilling my life. This is not what I want to do. One of the things that we do in our country before coming here, we really study a lot. In Venezuela, this is the country where I'm coming from, we spend a lot of time studying. Like any person who migrates to any country, at least they have a degree, right? And when I realized that, I have some time off, I want to do something, it was always cooking. It was always culinary.
That's
so
right.
I got a pastry chef degree. I am an artisan baker. I'm also a master chocolatier.
Ooh.
And that helped me a lot. They thought like, this is a hobby. I want to do it. I'm so happy. And it really fulfilled. Like I felt so happy when I was in the kitchen.
That's right.
So, yeah.
So help our friend here, Joseph.
Yes.
To understand the placement of different
table settings.
Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about table settings.
Absolutely.
What goes first? What goes on the left? What goes on the right?
Yes. So depending on what you're looking for, right? For a formal setting, or always to your left will be the forks, and to your right will be the knife. And it's not only setting the knife and the fork, like it's right here.
Why do I need 3 glasses?
Yeah. So we have.
I'm just saying. I only drink water.
That is a really good question.
Okay.
Yes.
Wine.
So we have a goblet for water, we have a wine glass, and we have, right there, we have the goblet for water.
Okay.
Then we have the wine glass.
Right.
And then we have the champagne glass.
So you're drinking wine and champagne? Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, because you have different moments in the party. You need champagne for a toast, and then you need water when you're thirsty, and then you need white or red wine when you want to keep eating, right? Like if you have a red meat, you might want to have red wine. And if you have fish, you might want to have white wine.
Okay. All right. Now I get it. Now I understand.
Water if you're thirsty, remember.
And if you're thirsty, please drink water.
Yes.
Yes, don't drink the wine if you're thirsty, because then you'll be drinking too much wine.
Also, if you're having a good time, you need
you'll
wine.
have to pull out your attorney degree to get people out of jail because they left your party. You're drinking too much wine. It turns into a whole thing. So what kind of food do we have today?
Okay, today we brought something simple for the day, but it's like a really nice appetizer. Most of the family and clients, they usually go for a cheese and fruit platter. And now that we have people who have different kind of no needs, but requirements because of dietary restrictions or because we have allergies. So a crudité and a cheese platter and a hummus is a good option for you guys. Or for your guests.
Everybody a pain, though? Everybody's got something. How do you make
They are not a pain. We all have different needs, and we have to approach it in the right way.
That's what I mean. Right? Between peanuts, gluten, I mean, you can't
like he's vegan, but
You're vegan? Okay.
I eat everything.
Yeah. Well, then we're gonna have you try everything.
So I brought you, a crudité platter with cheese and hummus, and that is something that all your guests will be able to eat, vegetarian or like regular people who doesn't have any kind of restrictions.
Right.
They can eat that.
Yeah, so that becomes a challenge, right? Because there are so many people with different type of issues right now, whether it's nuts or gluten, dairy. So, I mean, that makes it hard,
And
right?
it's also a good way that you say issues, because in the business, in the catering business, in the culinary business industry, we try to don't see it as an issue itself. It's like, it's your requirement, you're a client, and we're here to meet your expectations.
I'm going to use that from now on. That's my requirement.
Yes, absolutely. And that is you, and that is part of your daily
My
basis.
requirements
Yes,
are.
I require
like
to
that.
don't have
I like that. I have requirements.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
not a pain in the ass. I have requirements. That's what it is.
But under the moon, do you specialize on things in particular?
Who's this?
This is Ryan. Ryan,
bring it
Ryan
in, buddy.
is part of Under the Moon
Look at
team
that.
and the catering team.
Thanks,
you,
Ryan.
Thanks,
Look at that. What else you have, Ryan?
Under the moon, do you specialize
look at
into
that.
any particular food? And okay.
Yes, 100%. So Under the Moon started. It's also
All
a
yours.
family.
Ryan, I need napkins, buddy.
And we are inspired on international style cuisine.
Okay.
Made from scratch food. So our kitchen, we made everything from scratch there.
Perfect.
And we try to do a lot of Spain. Not try. It's like our inspiration, being one of the owners, is Latin American. Like we have a lot of Spain food, Latin American food. It's what they call nowadays the new American style food. So you will find paella in our menu. You will find a really nice piece of short rib. And you will also find a very nice burger or empanadas.
Right.
So,
And so
it's like very
during
international.
the holiday season, what are the main food that people are looking to cater?
Yeah, so we still have a lot of American menu, right? Like people really want to go for the turkey for Thanksgiving, or they want to do the ham, or they want to do a really nice piece of filet mignon, filet tenderloin, I mean. Things like that are always a must.
A must.
A good salad, a good rice, shrimp. Oh my God, shrimps are good.
What is the hardest thing when you're in culinary training? Is there an area that is harder to learn than other?
Yeah, so it's so funny because you think like I'm gonna go to the kitchen and I'm gonna start cooking, and I know like one of the biggest mistakes, or not mistakes, I would say a cliche. Like I cook at home and I know how to cook, and then you go to the culinary school and you're like, I don't even know how to grab a knife. Everything is a technique. The idea is like you don't get caught yourself. Also, how to cut a vegetable. How to cook it. When do I have to use boiling water? When do I have to do? So it's a lot. It's not that like I wake up one day and say I'm a chef. Everything has a process in the same way that you guys have your job, that lawyers have our job, and we go to school is the same. And that it makes a really huge difference.
Right, right. And then when you are trying to really make a table look good, I know that when I try at home, it's like I'm always missing something. Oh, I forgot to buy this. Even when you cook. So those little challenges that you come across.
Yeah.
What do you do to pull them back in?
Improvisation. If the client doesn't know, they don't need to know they forgot something.
Right.
So you always make it look as better as you can with the tools that you have been provided or that you have. Because remember that sometimes we won't provide all this beautiful glassware, or the client don't want to rent it because it's also an expense, right? Or they don't have it at home.
Right.
There is nothing wrong with disposable plates.
Okay.
There is nothing wrong with a plastic cup.
Yes,
I
like
so
it.
you only need to use what you have, available and handy.
Very good.
And I think also the atmosphere and how you feel and how you project yourself.
Right.
My mom has something that she apologized in advance. I don't. I'm like there, like I have disposable plate. Well, nobody knows that they have a disposable plate. You always can say like, oh, it was meant to be like that.
Right.
So,
how did you come up with the name? Under the Moon.
Under the Moon, it was, I'm not the owner.
Okay.
They had an inspiration brought from Argentina. It is a translation that means Bajo la Luna. I'm pretty sure because they own houses near the beach. And this is when they have the best moment with their family. And that was the moment when they got that inspiration.
So if I want to cater a party, what's the best way to get a hold of you guys?
Yes.
What is, what do we do first? What do we do first to throw a party?
Well, the good idea would be going to our website, underthemooncafe.com. You will find 3 different options in the homepage. You will find Bordentown because we own 2 restaurants. Lambertville to your right, and then in the middle, you're going to find Catering.
Okay.
We have made it super friendly for everybody to go there. You will find the wedding menu, corporate menu, catering menu, dessert menu. We are so famous for our desserts. So you can go there, see some options if you want to buy by trays. But we also, and we love creating a menu for you, for your family, for your corporation. So we can customize something and give you a per person price.
Well, that was fantastic. I love the table setting and the form of the golden candles, gorgeous. And you have tasted the food right here, right? Was it
hummus? Who made the hummus? The
hummus was
fantastic.
delicious.
Yes.
Our executive chef took care of your platter today.
Oh,
Yes,
it's very beautiful.
thank you
I didn't want to
very
touch it.
much.
It looked so great, but the hummus was amazing.
So we are going to come back with health and wellness tips because we are going to be talking directly to Melissa in a few minutes. So stick around and watch the show.
Remember to think local first when spending your holiday dollars or more. The small businesses in your community are the ones that step up when you need a sponsorship, a donation to your baseball team, or a nonprofit charity. Remember, in order for our community to thrive, shopping local allows your small businesses and your community to thrive.
Welcome back to the GAB Show. This segment, it's all about wellness and aromatherapy. So I know, by example, Joseph is a fanatic of aromatherapy.
Crazy about it. I know. Only thing I know is Epsom salts. That's about it.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
So you know that actually the smell and your taste are connected together. So for a culinary person, by example, smell are very important.
100%.
100%. And if we don't have that smell, we cannot really taste the food as much or as well as the chef would like us to do. But 10 weeks, when you are 10 weeks in your mom's belly, that's the first thing.
Really?
Already.
Are you making this up or is this real?
It's for real.
No, you're reading off the paper. I don't know if that's real or not.
No, it is for real.
Is it? Okay.
So anyway, so we wanted to give you a little bit of aromatherapy therapy. And as a wellness enthusiast, I thought that would be great. And for my friend Melissa Tenser, who is not here today, our co-host, I will recommend you to buy some eucalyptus essential oil.
Eucalyptus. Okay, so what does this do, Gabby?
Yes.
Give me the lowdown on what eucalyptus does.
So it's a great antiseptic and antibacterial, and right? And of course, you see those little branches here. So this is actually the plant by itself, right? So what we need to know is that in essential oil, we take the plants, we extract and distillate what the plant and Mother Nature's is giving us. A little bit like when we do any kind of cocktails and we extract, right?
100%.
100%. So that makes different taste happen.
So how does this make you feel better?
So eucalyptus is great if you have a stuffy nose.
Okay.
Okay.
How's it supposed to be used?
What does it make you think?
I don't think. I'm not trying to think. I want the science behind how we're going to give this to Melissa and it's going to help her.
Okay, so essential oil are basically an extraction and a distillation of a plant. They have different molecular structure that will help you in different areas of your body. In that particular sense, in this one, the eucalyptus helps you to be an antibacterial essential oil. So when you have something happening into your sinus, you have a cold, it's you have bacteria. So diffusing this will help to kill those little bacteria.
All I know is I see this one says calm. I want to keep this one for the next show when you and your partner are back together to keep you guys calm. Well, tell me about what this one is, please. Calm.
So calm is basically, did you ever gone to South of France?
No. They don't let me out of New Jersey, Gabby.
You have gone?
No.
Gabby, I'm not allowed out of New Jersey.
You're not allowed out of New Jersey.
So talk to me about calm.
So,
what is calm?
Ooh, did you see this? She went like this.
Okay. All right. I'm not doing that.
So this is based on lavender.
Too close to France.
So you can only get that in France?
No.
Well, what are you bringing up France for?
Because you have to feel the lavender. Have you ever seen,
No.
Don't you know the area of south of France where you have the field of lavender and, they're known for perfume and all
Okay.
this kind of
All right.
things,
So how does
okay?
this help me be calm?
So lavender has a soothing effect on you. So you basically, it will calm you and bring it. So essential little
then you should-
molecular
you should
structure.
just
So
leave
let's say
this
that
here.
I'm an event, right?
Yes.
I'm super stressed out.
Yes.
End of the night. How that would help me though?
So basically, so it goes through traveling through your olfactory system. Your olfactory system, the essential travel goes to the hypothalamus gland,
Wow.
and therefore travels through the body in different areas. So without getting too complicated and scientific, but it is proven by really breathing in different scents,
Okay.
it will help different area of your body. But more importantly, it also has an effect of the memory. So by example, for you who is into the culinary area, the smell of coffee, vanilla, and it's
Coffee.
so okay.
I
So
can use
Every
some
morning
coffee.
in the coffee.
so so this is called the scent marketing. And Starbucks is one of them that do that. So Starbucks offer coffee and food, right? But they diffuse essential oils of coffee.
Oh wow.
So when you enter Starbucks, you really smell the coffee and not the food. And therefore remembering somewhere into your brain that they sell coffee.
Yeah.
All right.
Because the coffee has a better profit margin than the food. So
That
yes,
is
I
right.
get that.
So by example, vanilla is used in many retail shops because it's uplifting you, and it actually apparently trigger you to stay around and look around and therefore buy things.
Oh, so it's inviting. Okay.
It's inviting.
All right.
Is that amazing?
Gab, you're a plethora of knowledge today. I'm very impressed. We have one more bottle left.
Yeah. Which one?
This one.
Oh, this one. Oh, I forgot the orange. The orange
Yeah.
is like the liquid sunshine right now during the December month, right? Okay, so food, right?
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
It's orange.
Orange. What do you do?
Yes.
You squeeze that orange peel.
Yes.
Right? It makes all this kind of
Actually,
sense.
I think old fashions
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
have orange, and I
Yes.
think that is one of the reasons why people really like it a lot.
A lot.
You smoke
Yeah.
some orange peel
Yeah.
in a drink,
Yep.
a hit.
Oh, you hate?
People will.
Okay.
It will be. People will love it.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So orange is a happy smell. No, this is actually.
I want to be happy.
No, that's not orange.
Oh, that's not orange?
That's not orange.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah,
I forgot
I wanted
the
to be
orange.
happy.
On the
Gab?
front lands.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I forgot
what's
the
this
What
one?
orange.
happens if
All
you
right.
use two of them at the same time? Like
No, and this is actually a blend. So, but coming back to marketing and scent. So the theory behind it for shop owners that are out there, you are able to use different fragrance. So by example, here into my notes that I forgot, you have.
Do you have one for memory? Yeah, you might need one. For memory.
I do. But by example, Bloomingdale's had things where they use different scent, like powdery smell. If you go into the lingerie area, where we buy things.
Things.
You buy listen, Gab, you're getting out of control. You're doing a little Melissa right now.
But the big things is, did you notice that people Christmas tree?
The
What about-
pine scent?
The pine scent?
Yes.
The pine
That,
scent.
that
Actually,
reminds me of an old car because
yes.
you put the pine scent. in the
No.
Yeah, that's where it started. Am I wrong? The air freshener started as a pine tree.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I do remember
Yeah.
that.
You do?
Yeah.
All right.
But what is it supposed to do?
No, so many people right now are going into, fake trees.
Okay.
But then how do you bring that memory of your childhood who was smelling that pine tree and so on and so on?
My brother had bad allergies, so I always had a fake tree. He did. He would sneeze. He would go. We never had a real tree.
Really?
Never.
He was allergic to
Never.
a pine tree?
So I grew up in the city. So our childhood memory of Christmas is cigarettes and coffee. with a fake Christmas tree.
With a
Is that
fake
a happy
Christmas tree.
memory?
Yeah,
or
it's a great
That's
memory.
great.
And then
Everybody-
getting those little wire things and putting them in there and bending them to make it look like a tree.
Okay.
That's a great memory.
Good. So you like that?
Yeah.
So when you smell smoke and coffee,
And I bend wire hangers. It's a great Christmas.
it brings you back to that
My childhood, yes.
And that is the. So did you ever taste smell food that you don't like?
Fish. Can't stand
You
fish.
you can.
Yeah.
Any kind of fish?
No, I'm allergic to shellfish. So when I
Okay.
got sick on it, I can never smell it again. It's like gin. I can't drink gin. I
Oh,
got sick
but it
on
doesn't
gin. If I
smell.
smell gin, yes, it does.
It
Gin
does?
does smell.
Oh, gin does smell?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
You know, it's
All
so
right.
funny that you're mentioning that because I went to buy my Christmas tree this weekend. I have a real one because of the smell.
Yes, you see?
And I went to the store and they have now these candles. And the name is so tricky. And I really think it's because of what you're saying right now. It's
Right.
like time with your friends. And you want to open that candle and see how it smells.
Yes.
This doesn't smell like my friends, but it was a good treat. They try, you know, like things like that.
Right. Yeah.
But I think it's something. So for you out there that have fake trees, by example, you know, is a billion industry. The aromatherapy and fragrance. So it's like if you have a fake tree, you can have like a smell that smells.
I could use the eucalyptus.
You could use the
Because this almost
eucalyptus.
smells a little like pine. Does
Yeah,
it have?
a little bit.
It does.
Yeah, a little
So do they have the Christmas tree
Maybe
scent
they-
we
they-
can just use?
I don't know about that.
So you're saying that for marketing in a store,
Yeah,
if you
it is
use
a
the
great-
proper
yeah.
essential oils,
Yeah.
it'll
You know,
trigger.
in Vegas, by example, they pump oxygen
How you
into the
how
air.
you trigger people to be nicer? What do you use?
I don't know. Oh,
Orange, you said,
that's
no?
Orange?
Uplift.
Well, you
Yeah,
didn't bring the
uplift.
orange. You forgot the
did.
orange, and you forgot your notes, Gab.
Isn't it this the orange one?
No, this is actually for Melissa. This is for Melissa. That will kill everything inside.
That right there?
Yeah, right
Okay.
there.
All right. Well, listen,
Right there.
I'm very happy to be here in our new studio. We keep talking about Melissa, but what about our friend Ty?
Yeah, Ty is sick too. So
Yes.
sorry, Ty. We forgot about
Yeah,
you.
no, you forgot
Yeah,
about
I
Ty.
forgot.
I didn't. Ty, we wish you well, and we hope
do wish
we
you
hope
well.
everybody is speedy recovery so we could be back as a team on the set in another couple weeks. How busy are you with the holidays?
Really
coming up?
busy,
What are you excited about
actually.
for Christmas?
Well, I'm excited about family and I'm excited about seeing good food, good reviews, good people being
Good
happy.
reviews?
Yes.
Okay.
But I think one of the happy moments in our life is when people come back and we have the same clients because they like the food and the service. But in general, in my personal life, I'm happy to enjoy this time of the year with my family and knowing new people and making new friends.
Oh, that's
Oh,
great.
That's so
great.
nice. Thank you, Luz, for,
Thank you for having me.
joining
Thank you. It
us.
was
Wow,
super
so
nice being
fantastic.
here.
And
Merry Christmas.
not yet.
Oh,
Not
not
yet.
yet?
No,
Oh, not
no, I'm
yet?
not
Oh,
signing up
okay.
for Christmas yet. We have
Oh,
a
not
couple
yet?
more weeks before
Oh, we do?
Christmas. No.
Okay.
I
All right.
still have to get up the decorations.
That's right. Absolutely.
I will help you with that.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I'm going
There
to send
you
you
go.
some tips.
Can you send somebody to take them down?
We
That's
do-
the key.
Right? I know. I feel you.
There's
Yeah.
another business for somebody taking down
I think I'm
Christmas
going to start a
trees.
business with that, taking
That's
down
a big job.
decorations.
Yes.
That's right. Thank you for watching. Join us in 2 weeks. We'll be back with an awesome goal setting segment. So,
Don't forget, follow the GAB Show on the social medias. And where else can they see the show?
on streaming.
On
Hulu,
streaming? What
Apple.
platforms? Okay,
Yeah.
Hulu, Apple, we're everywhere.
Amazon,
Make sure you
Amazon TV.
keep
everywhere.
following us.